And welcome back to this Monday edition of Focal Point, AFR Talk. Brian Fisher is my name. Great to have you in the conversation and joining us in prayer for our nation. One of the things we have an opportunity to do here together is to confess the sins of our people, to identify with our people, not to separate ourselves from the American people, but to identify with them. And even if we haven't done these particular things, we are a part of a people who have, and we identify with them. These are our people. We are not apart from them, distinct from them. We belong to them. These are our people. And so we confess on behalf of our people our sins and pray in the place of our people. That's what intercession means, where you stand between God and people who need his grace, need his discipline, need his correction, need his truth, and appeal to God to intervene. That's what we are doing every day at the beginning of this program. You know, one of the issues that we pursue here is the sanctity of life, and it's sad, tragically true, that almost every week we read a desperately tragic story about another woman who's a victim of a botched abortion procedure. Here's a story from Germantown, Maryland, about a late-term abortionist by the name of Leroy Carhart. And the story begins this way. A 29-year-old woman died yesterday as the result of fatal complications suffered during an abortion at 33 weeks that was done by Leroy Carhart at Germantown Reproductive Health Care Center in Germantown, Maryland. He's one of about 3 or 4 people now that are still doing late-term abortions. Now realize there are actually 2 casualties here. The body count is 2. The baby is dead and the mother is dead. So she's 33 weeks along. Remember, babies can be born, have been born, and survived as early as 21 weeks. Now, 24 weeks is generally speaking kind of the cutoff. A baby born that prematurely, very slim chances of survival, but it has happened as young as 21 weeks. So these are babies in the womb that are clearly at a stage of development where they are viable outside the womb, and yet this butcher is going in there and killing the babies, and in the process killed the mother as well. Early Thursday morning, the woman began suffering chest pain and other discomforts. Her attempts to reach Carhart were unsuccessful. So she's in pain. She's got a serious problem. The guy, her doctor, that she went to take care of what she thought was a problem, she cannot get hold of him. The woman was taken by her family from her hotel to a nearby hospital emergency room at approximately 5 a.m. Efforts by hospital staff to contact Carhart or get informational assistance from the abortion clinic were unsuccessful. So they have no idea what's going on. They don't know that this woman had an abortion at 33 weeks. They don't know what kind of procedure was performed on her. All they know is they've got a woman who's suffering from massive internal bleeding, and they don't know why. Now, they must have known that there was an abortion attempt, but they cannot get hold of the doctor. They can't get any details about what her condition is. This is why in the home state of Mississippi, the last abortion clinic is likely to be shut down before too long, because there's a new law in the state of Mississippi that requires doctors to have admitting privileges into hospitals for situations exactly like this, that if they botch an abortion and they have a woman who is on the verge of death, that they can accompany that woman to the hospital and be part of providing the emergency medical care that she needs, so we don't get these tragedies happening in the state of Mississippi. The patient, says here, according to the stories from Operation Rescue, suffered massive internal bleeding into her abdominal cavity. She slipped into a code blue condition approximately 6 times before finally succumbing to her injuries at around 9:30 a.m. And you've got another tragic incident on the exactly same day in New Mexico at a New Mexico abortion clinic that's run by a longtime Carhart associate using exactly the same risky late-term abortion procedure. And there's another woman that died as a result of that. So again, many reasons for us to continue to pray and to work to protect the sanctity of life, but certainly these tragic cases are all the reason that we need. Now, on shifting gears just a little bit, on Friday I talked about, this came up in connection with